Hello! So, I just finished watching a marathon of the Final Destination movies. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically a bunch of movies where it's like, if you cheat death, then death will follow you and kill you. Unless, you either save yourself, which is just a temporary solution, you kill someone, and that's for some movies, or you create a new life. So those are the three ways. Yeah. And I was watching this and I was like, wow, what if there was a Final Destination 6? And then I searched it up because I thought that was a good idea, and there is one. And the storyline, I'm not quite liking it. So I created my own. Me, I know, I'm not a writer, but I did write it on this paper with my 2-year-old chicken scratch handwriting. So yeah. So, by the way, okay, wait for me to yap. I love these movies. By the way, my favorite one was the second one because I didn't like the first one's ending, and I didn't like the third one at all because I thought the characters were annoying, and it didn't use practical effects like the second or first one. So my favorite one was the second one and fifth one, but my all-time was second because I like what they did on the fifth one with the what's it called, with like it was a prequel, and then at the end they got on Flight 180. Beautiful. By the way, a lot of spoilers. Beginning. 5 people go on a new speed train, and on the speed train, it's like speed train, and then a bunch of people below it, looking at it like, oh wow, that's new, that's really cool, So everybody's looking at it, it's like, oh wow, 5 people go, right? They go on the speed train, and then like the line, it gets out of the lines, and then it starts falling on both sides. So it's like, and then people are like getting impaled, like some of the wheels starts like hitting people from down below. Like everybody crashes, and then eventually huge explosion, and then the bridge. Obviously, there's gonna be a bridge that crashes too, and a lot of people die. That's like the event, because with all of the Final Destination movies, there's an event that kills a bunch of people, and then like a couple people get a vision about it, and then they leave off of it. Every single movie is like that. Every single one of them. You might think that's boring, but it's not. It's really cool. And sorry for the yapping, but another part of the movie is like, the whole part of it is like people die of natural causes, and they exploit people's fears and they put it into a movie. Like people die of a roller coaster or of a train. Great. I recommend watching those movies. Amazing. Gone. And then it was a dream. That was my bitches, because I got all of them. Anyways, so they leave the plane, they leave the train, and usually there's a whole fight thing, but I decided not to add that. So they leave the train, right? And then some other people follow because they're like, oh, this guy, he might be talking facts. So they go outside, right? And then they go down below. They get a couple of people to evacuate. Half of them are like, okay, this guy's crazy. He's probably on methamphetamines. Maybe, I don't know. So they get out, and they're like, oh, I'm kind of glad that we did that. It's really great that we left. Anyways. Okay. And then after that, they go to a zoo. And then, those pipe things? The gas canisters? Like, it gets tipped over, and then it flies, and it pushes somebody into a snake exhibit, right? And then they get bitten by snakes, they die. This took me so long, by the way. This is all me, okay? All me. On everything I love, this is all me. Okay. Someone works on a tower. One of the people, they work on a tower, right? He crashes down, and then all the shards of glass, they're like, in mid-air, they're, cutting, oh my god, and then, he just, have you ever watched Mortal Kombat, the movie? Where it's like, bah, bah, that's so good. I thought that was a really good one when I was writing it down. Okay, so car. When you're in a car and then like you're driving near a cliff? This happened to me recently. I was driving on a mountain, and then I was just like, oh my god, like it makes you get scared. So I was just saying like, he spilled something, there was someone has an oil spill, right? Because that happens so many times. I actually was almost in a car accident with an oil spill. That's a story for another time. So, he starts swerving, stuff like that, and then he swerves, he flies out, right? Whoa, boom, boom, boom. He tumbles down, and then he gets impaled by, like, a tree or some sort. Because, you gotta make it unique. Okay? One feels wrong. She's walking by. She feels wrong. Like, she's like, ooh, something's going wrong, here. So, she doesn't feel right. She starts running, and she dodges the bus. Because, like, that's, like, their little joke, at most of the movies, somebody gets hit by a bus, and it's kind of, like, sudden. Like, you know what? I'm done with this. Boom! And then they get hit by a bus, they die. So they dodge the bus, and then boom, they get hit by one. I've been thinking about this for so long. One goes to a mall. You know how they have like those little small stores with the carts, and you know how when you were walking by my mall and you see like people on the Johns, they kind of look like they haven't arched their back in 9 years, so they're just like this. Yeah, and sometimes they're old. So one of those goes to a mall. They see the other person, the death that got ran over, and everyone starts running. It's like, oh my god, and the bus is still going. So they're starting to run, right? And then the drone, they step on the controller, and it starts flying, hits her in the eye, and then it spins out of control. Bah! The blade. She dies. I thought that was such a good one because I get so scared of those. Like call me superstitious, but I always see those and I start like shitting my pants like everywhere, and that's not even because I have frequent diarrhea. Fun fact. But that's just because, like, that shit's scary. And the people driving are such assholes. Because they're like, that shit's not funny, bro. Anyways. Yeah. The last two think that they can live by killing the other, but he misses, right? This was always so... I always thought of this being in a movie, and I thought it was so funny. Like, he's like, only one of us needs to die. Bah! He misses, and then it ricochets, bum, 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 bah! And then, boom. This was such a good one because, like, you might be thinking, why would it be like that? Shouldn't it be simple? And why would he die instead of him? Well, that's because... in the movies, death has to have, like, it's like, this person dies, and then this person dies, and then this person dies. And the order should never be disturbed. It has to be in the same order, So, boom. And then the last person sees a dog running towards him, and he's afraid of dogs. So he's like, oh shit. You know? So, and then he moves out the way. The dog hits someone else. That guy falls. And this might be a little lazy, but, he dies. I don't know how. I was just like, oh my god, this is really good. I really wanted to make this video. So, and he's home free. Because, like, when you kill somebody, then, yeah. Anyways, done with that. I'm going to talk about the movies now. What I don't like about the third, fourth, those are good movies, except for the third. I really hated that one. Those are good movies, but it lacks something that the first and second one have. Practical effects. If you look at how the Final Destination movies are made, which I did, I'm becoming a nerd like by the second. But if you look back on that, it's all practical effects. Well, most of it is practical effects, and I love that so much because they make it so real. Except for the guy that gets like pieces of him fall off. You know, that doesn't look real. It kind of looks like he's made out of two people. But that's okay. Because the fact that they even made that amount of work, that's great. And they don't have that in the other movies. Not a lot of it. Barely any. And you know the guy who falls? He falls down, and then the ladder, bah. That is such a classic one. Like, it's such a classic scene, you know? And that was all practical. All practical effects. That is fucking insane. How'd they do that? I don't know. Another death I really liked, was definitely the mom from Final Destination 2. The mom of the 15-year-old. I loved her death. Well, like, I actually kind of liked the character. It sucks that she died, but her death was very unique. Because everybody's afraid of, like, escalators. You know? Elevators. So, like, when you see that, you're like, wow. Such a good movies. Anyways, that is done with my yapping. I love you all equally and not separately. Have a great day, great night, great morning, great afternoon. I have put up the Discord and TikTok, so don't worry. You know, go see the TikTok on the About page. You know, and yeah, I hope you have a. Well, no, fuck, I already said that. Did I? Have a great day, great night, great morning, great afternoon, whatever time you're watching this. Just have a great one. That one felt right. So I'm pretty sure I didn't say it the last time. And, I feel like there is something else. Watch my other videos. Watch my channel. If you just stumbled across this video and you were like, oh, this is nice. Or, oh, this was bad. Well, I'm guessing my other videos are probably so much better. So please go watch that. Support, yeah. Bye. Subscribe.